Hello, my name is Daniel and I identify as homoromantic asexual. Today we're going to be answering the question, what is aromanticism? This video won't be comprehensive. I'm just going to be covering the basics of aromanticism in order to give you a succinct yet accurate overview of what aromanticism is. Aromanticism is defined as feeling little to no romantic attraction towards people of any gender. In previous videos in this series, I've discussed asexuality and the split attraction model. I think these topics are very useful in understanding what aromanticism is. I'll cover them briefly here, but if you want to know more about asexuality or the split attraction model, I will leave links to the videos that I did in the description below. Asexuality is a sexual orientation defined as feeling little to no sexual attraction towards people of any gender. Just like straight people are attracted to people of the opposite gender, but not to people of the same gender, asexual people are simply not attracted to people of any gender. However, asexuality concerns sexual attraction specifically. This is where the split attraction model comes in. The split attraction model is a framework that is used in the Aspec communities to separate how we feel attraction into different types. The main two types of attraction discussed in this model are sexual attraction, the desire to have sex or partake in sexual activities with another person, or romantic attraction, which is the desire to date or do romantic things with another person. The split attraction model allows you to separately define your romantic orientation and your sexual orientation. So now, with an understanding of asexuality and the split attraction model, we can return to aromanticism. Aromanticism can be considered the romantic analogue to asexuality, but it's important to state here that aromanticism and asexuality are distinct identities. While for the majority of people your sexual and romantic orientations do align, so for example a gay person would be considered to be homoromantic and homosexual, that isn't necessarily always the case. An asexual person could be aromantic, but they could also have a different romantic orientation. I myself identifying as homoromantic. Similarly, an aromantic person doesn't also need to be asexual. I've spoken for quite a while now about romantic attraction, but what exactly is romantic attraction? Romantic attraction is generally defined as wanting to date another person or a specific gender. For a straight man, for whom in this discussion we are considering heteroromantic and heterosexual, they would want to date women. That doesn't necessarily mean that he would feel romantic attraction towards every woman. He doesn't want to date every woman he comes across. But he is able to feel romantic attraction towards women, whereas he is not able to feel romantic attraction towards men or other genders by a strict definition. Returning to aromanticism, an aromantic person doesn't feel romantic attraction towards people of any gender. Honestly, that's as simple as it gets. The only thing that determines whether you are aromantic is whether or not you feel romantic attraction. For a lot of aromantic people, that simply means that they are not interested in a committed, partnered relationship. This may mean that aromantic people may value their friendships more than non-aromantic people, who sometimes neglect their friendships in favour of a romantic relationship. In addition, some aromantic people prefer to redefine partner relationships in a way where they can have a committed relationship without having to deal with the romantic aspects of it. Examples of this include chosen family, polyamory, and QPRs. A chosen family is a group of people who have decided to support each other in an unconditional way, such as how a biological family would, but without the biological part. Chosen family is a very important concept in the queer community, where biological family members may not be accepting of their queerness. Members of a chosen family may choose to live near each other, or even in the same household, which is ideal for aromantic people who are looking for a long-term committed relationship. Polyamory is the practice of engaging in more than one partnered relationship simultaneously with the consent of all people involved. This can take many different forms, so which I won't go over in depth here. However, this can be incredibly useful for aromantic people because the relationships within a polyamorous structure don't necessarily have to be identical. An aromantic person could have strong platonic or sexual relationships with their partners, and their partners who may not be aromantic can get their romantic needs met by other partners in the relationship. Finally, a QPR or a queer platonic relationship is a strong, committed relationship which is simply not romantic. From the outside, this may look very similar to a romantic relationship, but for the people involved, there isn't any romantic aspect to it. This is simply a redefinition of what it means to be in a relationship in a way that works and is comfortable for aromantic people. And that covers the basics of aromanticism. I would strongly advise going and looking for creators who themselves identify as aromantic. While I can give the facts in this video, I'm not able to speak to a personal experience of it. I'll leave links in the description below to some aromantic creators and videos about aromanticism that you can check out. At the end of the day, it's the choice of an individual to identify as aromantic. If that's the label that fits them best, then that label should be respected. Identities help us better discuss our experiences and find people whose experiences are similar to our own. Going forward with this series, I'm going to be covering other Aspec identities and topics about the Ace and Aro communities. If you have something that you would like to be covered in this series, then please leave a comment down below. The next video in this series, which will come out in about 4 weeks' time, will be about demisexuality, so I hope you're looking forward to that. Have a wonderful day, and I shall see you next time.